Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't watched my last two previous videos, I will link them down below, so feel free to watch them. So for today's video, I am going to be doing something a little bit more different. I will be sharing an experience that I had. And the reason why I want to share this experience is because I actually should have talked about this before I uploaded my last video, but I don't know what I was thinking, I forgot. But this video right here is super crucial. Like, if you already have a business, this video might not be for you, but you can still watch it. If you are planning on starting a business, oh, this is a must watch video, because I'm telling you, I don't want what happened to me to happen to you. So before I even say my experience, I do want to say this. Please, 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 before you do anything, before you get your permits, before you get your supplies, your inventory, before you do anything, make sure that the business name that you want is available, and that it's available on all platforms. And the reason why I say this is because you have to make sure that the business name is available when you get a website, that it's available when you want to choose your domain, and that is available when you're going to create your Instagram page. And I can't stress this enough, because let me just tell you guys what happened with me. Me being me, for some reason, I left the whole website thing last. I already had everything. I already had my logo. I already had all of my supplies. I already had everything, my permits, everything. And I want to say like 2 days before it was launch day, I decided to create my website. Worst mistake that you can possibly do. Worst mistake. Because when you create your website, you want to do that early on, even if you don't plan on releasing it till like a month later. Like, honestly, if I knew now what I didn't know then, or however you say it, I would have done my website like a month before I launched it. That way, during that month, if I needed anything to add, or if I didn't like the way something looked, I was able to like tweak it right there and then, and not do it whenever, like, everybody already saw it. Make sure that you do your website before you launch it, not 2 days before like I did. But anywho, that's not even like the mistake that I want to talk about, but that is something that you should really do think about. But anyways, what ended up happening was that there's different hosts that you can get your website through. And if you guys are interested in how to get a website and stuff like that, let me know in the comments below, and I can do a video about that too. What ends up happening is you pick the host that you want your website to go through. I wanted it to be Shopify. From the moment I knew I was going to open an online business, I wanted to do it through Shopify. Now, there's two main ones. Like I mentioned, there's a lot, but the two main ones are Shopify and Wix. So I wanted to do mine through Shopify. So what I ended up doing was I went to shopify.com and I put in my store name, and then ended up saying that my store name wasn't available because somebody already had it. When I tell you that my blood exited my body, I was so scared. And I'm not even trying to be dramatic just to be dramatic. Like, the reason why I got so scared is because, like I mentioned before, I already had everything. This meant that if I wasn't able to use this as my store name, I was gonna have to do the permits all over again. I was gonna have to remake my labels, my hang tags. I was gonna have to redo everything all over again. And who has time for that? I was really freaking out. That was a really crazy experience. So what I ended up doing was I was like, okay, it didn't work out through Shopify, but there's Wix. So I ended up going through Wix, and it ended up working out. It ended up happening. No one had that store name through Wix. So I was like, ooh, thank Jesus, because that would have been a disaster. So I ended up doing that, which is why I can't stress this enough. Make sure that that name is available. Make sure it's available before you do anything. Because yes, it was available with the website, but when I went to get my domain, now a domain is pretty much like the URL. So when I went to go get my domain, it wasn't available. idalis.com was not available. And I was like, how can this be? Well, I ended up having to get idalisdedios.com, which is my full name, which I'm not mad about it, but I'm not, ecstatic. How do you say ecstatic about it? Because I really wanted it to be idalis.com. I mean, I wanted everything to match, but it is what it is. So I had to get idalisdedios.com. Why? Because idalis.com wasn't available. Now, when it came to Instagram, the username Idalis was also not available, which that one actually makes me mad, because whoever is actually using that username is not even active. Like, they literally just created it and then they forgot about it. So I'm like, who are you? Can I have your username? Well, anyways, so that's what happened. I wasn't able, my website is Idalis, so that's good. But my domain is idalisdedios.com, and my username through Instagram is idalis_boutique. So as you can see, everything's a little bit like everywhere, and it's not good. It has confused my customers a little bit. I have gotten DMs of people asking me like, hey, how can I shop? Which I have my website link in my bio, but people still ask. And so they'd be like, is it idalisboutique.com? And I'm like, no, it's idalisdedios.com. So it is a little confusing, it does make it a little confusing, which is why I can't stress this enough. I'm telling you, if I would have known, I think I would have, if I would have known, I would have thought really, really hard about like a different name if I would have actually came down to it. But this is why I'm telling you guys, please, if you want to start your online business, make sure that your name is available on all platforms. Don't do what I did, because it is a little confusing. It's confusing. I'm not proud of it. I don't like that my username is one thing, my domain is another, and my store name is another. I don't like that, but at the end of the day, I can't do anything about it. I can't stress about that. There's nothing I can do as of now. I kind of just have to see. Hopefully one day that domain idalis.com is available. I know they had it for sale, so you never know. Maybe one day I can get that one. They had it for sale, but they were like bidding for it. So I was like, I'm just gonna stick with idalisdedios.com. But you never know. Maybe in the future I can get that, or I might just rebrand in the future when I turn 30. I mean, I'm 23 right now. I will be 24 in August. So you never know. Maybe when I turn 30, I'm going to rebrand. Who knows? But with that being said, I know this is a really short video, but I really wanted to make this video because, like I said before, I can't stress this enough. Before you do anything, make sure that that name that you want to name your business is available on all platforms. Make sure. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and tune in next time.